This is Susan Wilbanks with blendedinsight.com. I am a holistic and integrative healing arts practitioner, an intuitive, and an energy healer. In this podcast, I share tips, tools, and suggestions that have helped me along my path in hopes of inspiring and helping you along yours. Let's get started with today's podcast topic. Hello, bright soul. Thank you so much for joining me on another podcast. I hope you're having a beautiful holiday weekend for those in the United States that celebrate the 4th of July. I know that this is a rocky time. Gosh, I feel like I say that every single week, and I feel like I've been saying that every single week for the past several years. I mean, it is what it is. What are you going to do, right? I mean, it's just current events. It's where we're at. So I wanted to talk today about staying awake and staying balanced. This is a really important time to keep your vibration high. And the reason I wanted to bring that up is with all of this stuff being released into the mainstream media, and we're still in all of these just extreme times. There's extreme things coming out on a daily basis that can really knock you out of balance. And anytime the darkness or lower energies want to get you to their level, all they have to do is push certain buttons and dysregulate your emotions. I did a healing last week on regulating your emotions to bring you back into balance, into center, because we all have emotions and all emotions are valid, but emotions should not dictate your behavior. In the Course in Miracles, it says there are only two vibrations, fear and love. And if a low energy wants to get you really activated, what do? They try to get you angry. They try to get you upset. They try to scare you. They try to scare you into disconnecting from your intuition and acting just disconnected from your body and from your emotions. And you and I have been on this path too long to fall into that trap. Now, I'm not saying we don't do it sometimes. Of course we do. We're humans and we do that thing. And we're allowed to have human experiences and all of that. But as you become more conscious, you can tune in and notice, wait a minute, what's going on here? This is really upsetting to me. What did I just do? If I'm suddenly feeling upset or I'm suddenly feeling angry, what was I doing right before that happened? Was it something I was reading on the internet? Was it someone's energy that I was engaged in that bothered me? What was I doing? Was I thinking something that brought my vibration down? We are now in expert level class. The consciousness of humanity is shifting, and it's shifting rapidly. So we have to stay balanced and we have to stay in alignment so that we have accurate perception. And when you are in a state of balance and you are connected intuitively and you're not being ruled by your emotions, you're being ruled by your intuition, sometimes there is information that would come forward where you want to do something in an activist role, but it won't be from a place of rage or a place of fighting one another. It's not going to come from there. It will be an inspired action. There is a difference. And you really want to make sure that you're not getting pulled in to the lower agenda of others to get us to turn on each other. We don't want to do that. If you've noticed through all of this, there's been a massive line drawn in the sand where it's almost like this energy has us turning on each other. You know, when we're united, we can do amazing things, powerful things. There's power in numbers, and there's also power in high vibrational numbers. And so we want to band together to see through any lower agendas, and we want to make sure that we are keeping our emotions in check. We can feel the emotions, but that doesn't mean that they rule us. We don't act on emotions. We want to regulate our emotions. Again, like the healing I did last week. So how do you do that? One, you got to remind yourself that this experience on this planet is temporary. And we need to stay called to the things that we're called to do. So if you're being called for activism or to take action, and it's an inspired passion internally, and you're focusing on the things that you can do to make a change, as opposed to just participating in mass anger and tearing people down and all this nonsense that's going on. It's so low vibrational. It is just really sad to see how quickly the puppet masters can pull the strings and get people revved up. And I've been there before, so I'm not judging that. but I'm saying at this level of evolution that you and I are at, the perspective changes because you're looking at it from a different angle because you're a little bit off the ground. Your vibration is higher. So here's what I do. First of all, I want to align with harmony, joy, and bliss. So I want to take steps and actions to align into harmony, love, and bliss. When I feel myself getting activated, that's my indication to go within and see what is going on. What is activating me? And what can I do about it? If it's something external that I don't have any control over, then there isn't any reason for me to get myself all revved up. Now, if there's an action step I can take that will actually help create a change that I would like to see, I can do that action. Otherwise, I can do something that pulls me back into alignment. So what is that for me? I can go outside. I can take a walk. I can exercise. I can shake the energy off, like shake your body. There's something in shamanism called the skeleton shake where you shake energy off your body. I can take a salt bath. Maybe even taking a shower, a cold shower is also really good. I can exercise. I can meditate. I can do breath work. If I'm being really activated in a moment, sometimes I'll just close my eyes and take a really deep breath and tell myself, return to center as I'm breathing in and out slowly and consciously. I can connect with someone who makes me feel good. I mean, sometimes it's being around an animal, being around a friend, a high vibrational friend, getting with your people, with your community, exercising, eating well. Oh my gosh. And then making sure that we are integrating the lessons that we've learned so that those triggers aren't triggers for us anymore. So doing your inner work, doing your spiritual work, growing, making a conscious effort to grow through this time, to look at yourself, to be mindful, to be conscious. It's all the things that we talk about and all the things that we know to do on this spiritual path. This is a time where we can't do without those things. You know, this train is moving and it's moving quickly. So you have to either get in line with the train and get in the front of the train and do the things that you need to do to get there and stay there. Yes, it's kind of difficult. It's not easy. It's work. There is an element of work. Anything worth having requires a little bit of effort and work. Now, I know people will say, well, in law of attraction, it's just getting in the flow. It's doing, even that is work when you're not used to it. So what I'm saying is being conscious, the more you do it, the easier it is to naturally do it. So I'm so incredibly aware. I'm aware of things going on with my physical body. I'm aware of things going on with my energy body. I'm aware of my thoughts. I'm aware of my emotions. But I'm so used to it because I've been doing it for so long. It doesn't feel like work for me anymore. But in the beginning, when you're starting out, it feels like work until you learn it. And we're in a huge opportunity to master these things and to continue to band together and be on the light-filled team where we're seeing through the dark agendas and we are standing for things that we are passionate about and that are in alignment with our highest good and with our higher self, our soul. And each of us have a passion and a purpose that we came here to fulfill. And so this is a time to really get good at noticing when there's things that are trying to take you off of that path, whether it's external or internal, because hey, we've all had things that have happened to us, trauma that we have to work through, triggers. But part of the work and part of the journey is mastering those things and integrating the lessons, learning, growing, integrating them, helping others, and then continuing to move forward. So I really just wanted to jump on here and share that. This is a time to let your inner light lead you, your intuition, and have compassion. And here's the thing. I have strong ideas and beliefs about certain things, but that doesn't stop me from loving people who have opposing views. We have to get to a point where we can see the love and humanity in others and allowing them to have a different opinion than ours. I saw this article about when we're constantly trying to get everyone to believe just the way that we believe, or we can see someone making a decision that's going to derail them. In our view, we think it's going to derail them, and we try to rescue or convince or change. We're interrupting their karma. Each soul here has something to learn, and we don't know what that is because we aren't God. We're a part of God. We're a drop in the ocean, but we are in the body, so we're not in a space to where we can see the entire big plan for every single soul on earth. And so it goes back to focusing on the commonalities and what my individual mission and intuition is telling me to do. And if my intuition is telling me to speak to someone or to try to reach out or try to help, then that's my time to do that. But oftentimes it's because we think that we know better for somebody than what they know for themselves. And I'm talking about adults here and other people that we have to, live with in this fishbowl on this planet. Have you ever had a really strong idea or goal or vision and you had to see it through for yourself and it didn't matter what anyone else was going to tell you because you're just strong-headed about it? I know I have. And it may or may not have worked out, but I learned something from it. And we're all here learning. We're all here growing. And guess what? You can change your mind. You may have had a really strong belief about something, and then over time you just came to a new awareness to where you changed your mind. It's okay to do that. But my point is that we're all doing that. We're all doing that. And so I'm not going to allow someone else who is of a angry, low vibration to knock me off path. This is a time where I've got to stay really in tune to my own path. And I don't say that as a judgment. And I'm also not saying that you have to just be friends and hang out with everyone, because as you and I have talked about on this podcast, I can't do that. I just can't do it because of where my vibration sits. I'm not in alignment with all other vibrations. And so I want to be kind. I want to be peaceful. I want to be loving. I wish well for them, but I'm very selective about my immediate circle. And I have a small immediate circle because of the mission that I'm on. And that is also part of me following my passion and purpose. There are other people that are on a mission to befriend as many people as possible and hang out with the rainbow of people in all vibrations and all backgrounds. And they're to spend all the time with them. And that's their passion and their mission. So it feeds them. But for me, although I have hung out with all vibrations and I help people of all vibrations, I am an introverted extrovert and I'm a light worker. And so because of that, people tend to feed off of my energy. It isn't even that they're doing it consciously. It's just if you're hanging out with lower vibrational people, it's subconscious that they're feeding off of your energy. They don't even know they're doing it. And it's not always the case, but it often is the case. So if I was to try to do that, I would get drained and then it would take me off of the path and the purpose that is destined for my life. And so I think it just goes to an awareness of saying we are all individually on a path and we're all collectively here as one in this fishbowl to accomplish whatever mission we were sent here to do, though the missions might be different. And if we're all in alignment and we're all bringing our gifts and talents together, we can be an enormous support system for one another. And so my focus is more or less on let me go back to my purpose and passion. Let me do things that bring me into my goal of harmony, joy, and bliss. And let me take my attention off of things that push that down. Now, again, that doesn't mean turn a blind eye to important things that I need to be aware of. That means tuning in to see, does my intuition tell me that there's an action I need to take on this? Is there something I can do to change it? If I'm told to do that, I will, and I have done it. But if there isn't anything for me to do to change it, then swimming around in the anger and throwing darts at the other side and creating more division, that's not the way to go. I don't want to energize that, and I don't want to be a part of it because my path it's important. My passion is important. My harmony is important. My bliss, my peace of mind. All of those things are more important to me than participating in the collective anger or the collective fear or whatever is going on, because those are emotions that don't feel good to me. And we get to choose. We really do get to choose. And I know that may sound a little weird, but the more that you're doing this work, the more it becomes so obvious that a lot of times we bring our own vibration down by the things that we choose to tune into and the thoughts we choose to think and the people that we choose to engage with or listen to. And while it has its place, If you want to feel good, the dominant vibration that you're marinating in and swimming in and focusing on should be that makes you feel good. So that is all I wanted to share. And we can go into a healing. You can uncross your arms and legs, and I will just flood you with beautiful, divine healing light. Okay, and so it is. I want to thank everyone who has left me a donation. I so appreciate it. And if you haven't left me a review on iTunes, it does help the algorithm to put the podcast in front of other people. Or if you share it with people, if you find it helpful, then that's really awesome. I really appreciate it. And I just wish you a beautiful week. Take care. Bye-bye.